Fight fans, we're back. Vaughn, the Dread Govia, making his return back to XKO in a Muay Thai fight, taking on Ridvan Vllasaliu from pristine Kosovo. But let's talk about Vaughn, the Dread Govia. Very composed, very calm, but when he steps into the cage, his angles are that of Bones Jones from the UFC. Very crisp. He is almost like a sniper when he throws a jab, an uppercut, a hook, a leg kick. Just pay attention to watch, because this is going to be one of the most exciting fights here at XKO 44. Vaughn, the Dread Govia in Muay Thai.
Yeah, Vaughn's a very talented fighter. Exceptionally talented fighter. We've seen him in MMA. Looking forward to seeing what he can do with sheer striking. Professional Muay Thai fight to start. Let me just throw in here real quick. Antonio gets on do the announcing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for 3 rounds of fighting action in the XKO Muay Thai lightweight division. This fight is brought to you by DFW Inc. And now introducing first, fighting out of the Next Bank blue corner, trained in MMA. He stands 6 foot even, weighing in 155 3/4 pounds. Fighting out of Frisco, Texas, Vaughn, the Dread Govia. And now his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the Jim Ross red corner, trained in Dutch kickboxing. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in 156 pounds, with 8 victories, 2 defeats, fighting out of Pristina, Kosovo, Ridvan Vllasaliu. Referee, Alada Martinez.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times.
Govia
Do a
will
clean
be
fight.
in
When I
the
say stop, you stop. When I
black
say fight, you fight. Touch gloves, break the corner, I'll call you out.
Ridvan will be in the Muay Thai trunks, the black, the gold, and the silver. It's Dallas, Texas versus Kosovo. Pro Muay Thai, what does that mean? Reinforced knees. Elbows are allowed. 3 3-minute rounds with 2 minutes in between, if it goes there. Wow, big sweep by Govia. Immediately they start again. And that's that quickness of Vaughn. He is such a talented fighter all around. So quick, so explosive.
You know, we're talking about Ridvan Vllasaliu. Vllasaliu.
Well, he's
32 years old, 5'9", 155, Pristina, Kosovo, 13-0 as an amateur. He's an Iranian. Carlos Marano is his coach. Dutch kickboxing is his style. He loves stand-up. He's a world champion, like I said, in Greece. And in Switzerland, he's an amateur champion.
Ooh, and Govia hit him with something that hurt him. You could see him, something hurt him a little bit. He threw a very creative elbow there at Vaughn. But the thing with Vaughn Govia,
That's 2 down right now.
Vaughn's undefeated. He's 5-0 as a professional.
And I'll tell you, Vaughn.
Oh, wow.
It's the body shot.
Oh, my God. That's a body shot that.
Wow.
He might have.
You know, Chris.
People in Greece are actually feeling that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you know, when you take a body shot like that, that'll take everything out of you. That golden
nice
triangle.
Head kick. Very nice head
that
kick.
liver.
Yeah, he's going to have to protect that a little bit now that he knows Govia can throw.
Oh, and I'm telling you right now, a lot of these shots that are coming are straight strength and technique.
Well, listen, Vaughn's got the strength. There's no doubt. He throws hard, but his technique is so good that it just makes it that much more deadly.
And I'm telling you, you know, you can have a world champion, but when they're matched up with somebody else, it turns into a different kind of fighter. They really do.
That's exactly right. Yeah, and he's got to watch the low shots in the groin there.
And right now, look at Vaughn Govia. He is just like a trigger. Took a shot right there over the overhand, and Vaughn is just using that elbow, using that distance. In Muay Thai, that's what you want to do. You want to bring that elbow in as a jab. Vaughn, very poised, walking down his opponent. Right now, Ridvan is just eating a lot of shots right now.
Well, and it's those hands of Govia that are so quick, so precise.
And Ridvan is just taking so much abuse, but he's tough. He's tough. He's hanging in there.
Yeah, but I tell you, you see Govia just digging those body shots.
And I'll tell you, you know, anybody else would have already been down in this fight in the first minute. Ridvan, tough.
Very tough.
He's bringing himself together. He's consciously defending himself. Now, let's not make any mistake. Is he in trouble? Yes, he is. But he's not out of the fight. This is where a smart veteran comes into play. He's not putting himself in a dangerous position anymore by being overexposed in one area.
Antonio, I agree with you, but the one thing that I will say, yes, he was a world champion in Greece, but that was Greece.
Yes.
Okay, you're dealing now you're dealing with a guy like Vaughn Govia who's a really world-class athlete all around, but you know his fighting and technical skills, speed, strength, like you said earlier, angles.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Oh, but have you noticed the interesting thing is we've all seen the movie Creed?
Yes.
Okay. One of the techniques that a lot of boxers use, a lot of the guys that you train, I'm sure, you put one foot in a tire, and it's that close contact.
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn is really leaving no room for separation.
No, if you can't strike close in, and your technique for striking like that isn't good or whatever, you're screwed. And Vaughn, on the other hand, you can see the way he was digging those body shots. Man, he was still compact in doing it. It's two different ways of thinking as far as fighters go. And I don't know if Ridvan, I don't know if Ridvan understood that it was going to start out that hard, that fast.
You know, I'm looking at Ridvan, and I'm noticing that he's more of a medium to distance fighter.
Yeah.
On the close contact, you really see that perhaps Govia did his homework.
Well, but I mean,
that Ridvan is less dangerous.
The thing about Vaughn Govia is that he's such a phenomenal fighter, like with MMA and everything as well. So fighting in close like that, whatever distance you put him at.
Oh, you're right.
Close distance, medium range, right. Long range, he's going to excel.
But I think Ridvan is very dangerous in long range, and I think he's really taking that out of his game right now, which is why the first round definitely did not go in his favor. Now he needs to come out of the camp, come out of his corner, and really focus on mid to long range and stay away from Govia.
Yeah.
That's not the way you want to start off.
And he would do well. Yeah. He just kind of flicks it out there, and it's going towards Vaughn's groin area.
Right. And, it wasn't intentional.
No, and that's the thing. It's not being done intentional.
And that's where we go to.
And you can see he's like, look, I didn't mean to hit him in the groin.
Ridvan is a very honorable man, very honorable fighter.
Yeah, well,
much respect for him.
What he needs to do is start throwing those kicks off the back leg very hard.
I want to
like that.
I want to see him do outside, inside leg kicks, and then follow with a jab.
There. Now he's pressuring. Ooh, that was a nice inside.
And look, do you see how his right arm was dropped down to prevent any knees coming in?
Yeah, a very, very. It was a real nice technique on his part.
But his left hand was pushing Govia away.
Yes. Yeah, really well.
Just needs to keep his feet underneath him. And here goes Govia.
Yeah, and he needs to let his hands go a little bit.
And right, you want to time everything right, but the first round you're filling it out. But he really took an onslaught, so there was no timing.
Yeah.
Govia, it was just okay. I need to survive this round.
He needs to score some points on Govia here, so that if going into the third round, it's still a winnable fight. And he's going to have to slow down the hands of Vaughn. Ooh, that was not bad at all.
If you're going to go for that clinch and go for a sweep at least, or go for the knees to the midsection.
Well, and he's definitely got some. He's educated with his elbows. You see how he throws those in close real well. It's very, very, very educated elbows. And if he lands one of those, Vaughn's going to open up. It's going to cut Vaughn. Nice hook or roundhouse kick by Vaughn Govia. Just a disparaging difference in hand techniques here.
Well, you look at a European fighter and more of an American Muay Thai or American kickboxing style from an American like Govia. But then you look at Ridvan, and every time he throws a leg kick, he's just anticipating Govia to come over top with a jab or a hook.
Yeah.
And yes, do that. But what would you advise your fighter to do is anticipate it, but be ready to throw something there.
Yeah, and
a jab, something to stop him.
Yeah, and that was right there. That was too easy by Vaughn Govia.
But then again, how many fighters do you know that are used to Muay Thai in a cage? Usually use the ropes to bounce off a little bit, a little rope-a-dope.
Right. Understood. But at the end of the day, a fighter's a fighter is a fighter. I don't care if it's in a phone booth.
Right.
So yeah, it makes it a little more exciting for everybody. Oops.
And it's
not grappling.
You can see right now that Vaughn is getting a little frustrated right now.
Yeah.
Because his opponent's not bringing really the fight to him right now. And now it's it. 1, 2, overhand.
Yeah, and Vaughn.
Ridvan, tough guy. I'm telling you right now, tough guy.
He is tough, and he's coming in with those elbows. He's trying to do something to Vaughn. I think if Vaughn pushed this a little bit, he might have a lot of success.
I want to see Vllasaliu really come through in the third round with some more combinations. Lower, upstairs, shift to the left, shift to the right. Just get out of the targeted, straightforward range of Govia.
Yeah, and I think one of the things, too, is you can tell that maybe he's been out of it a little bit.
Vllasaliu's traveled the world.
Understood.
But this may be a different animal here in the cage.
I don't, Antonio, I don't buy that.
Right.
It's a effing cage, right? It's a ring, it's a cage, whatever the case. At the end of the day, you're gonna, a fighter is a fighter is a fighter. You got to fight. That's all there is to it. To me, it looks like his defense against the takedowns and the sweeps and stuff are not good. They're not solid, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So Vaughn's having a lot of luck on that. Ridvan doesn't look like he necessarily was prepared for a fight like this.
Okay, so Govia is really putting the pressure on Ridvan. We saw that in the first 2 rounds. Really putting the pressure. He has no reason not to. Right now, Govia has no reason to underestimate Ridvan. He's not bringing anything to the table. Right?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the one thing that he's shown that he's got very, I guess, educated elbow strikes. Okay, so the only thing you got to worry about on the break, in the clinch, is that. Other than that, Vaughn it's complete domination.
It is.
And I don't know if his coach is over there like, look, get some extra work in, and through this next round. And personally, if he's my fighter, if he's my fighter.
I'm telling Ridvan, you got to go. You got to go.
Well, he knows it. And he knows that. But if I'm Vaughn Govia's coach, I'm like, you know what, enough of this. Finish this and let's go home.
Right. And we're talking about 3 rounds, so typically you would have 3 5-minute rounds.
Ready, let's go.
But right now, it's going to be a quick fight. So round 3, the chips are down in your favor. Vllasaliu needs to come in. He has powerful legs. He does have powerful legs.
He does. I mean, you can tell the man knows fighting, right? I mean, you can tell. What I'm saying is, I don't know that he has fought a guy as well as Vaughn. I mean, look at how he switched with the check hook, Vaughn Govia with a check hook, and right here, this is what I expected out of Govia. It's like, all right, let's just finish this thing. Let's pick up the pace and let's put this thing away.
But let's put ourselves in Govia's hands. He's dominating this fight.
Absolutely.
His confidence is high right now, and he's looking to end it after this point right now.
Well, I think he should. I think look, let's just.
And he's coming
Let's
at
get paid.
He's coming at a Campuzano's case.
Yeah.
And Will's going to put you through the fight.
Well, yeah, Will, tremendous fighter in himself, and has turned from a great fighter into a phenomenal coach, and all the products that he puts out are tremendous. Vaughn Govia being one of those.
But here's the thing: when you're the fighter that's on the top tier of this fight, you see that Vaughn's not putting himself in a dangerous situation. He still knows that Ridvan can be a dangerous fighter.
Yeah,
he's not taking unnecessary shots.
Yeah, and look, I mean, this is.
Oh.
I mean, he hit him with two unanswered elbows. There was a shot to the body that hurt him. Hands came down, 2 elbows came up. And Vaughn Govia is just like, look, let's just finish this.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I like Ridvan.
I do too. I mean,
he got right back.
He did. He's got no excuses. He's got no excuses. He's got a lot of heart, and that's great. But I just don't think that he was prepared for a guy like Govia.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he underestimated Govia. I think he might have underestimated him. Govia has a lot of film and a lot of tape out there. When it comes to Muay Thai, this is Ridvan's wheelhouse. It's not so much Govia's wheelhouse.
Well, but it doesn't matter because Govia's transferred his MMA prowess and everything. I mean, he just threw a jumping, spinning,
and now it's a
jumping, spinning roundhouse kick.
Govia's wheelhouse.
Well, yeah, and so what he's doing is it's like, look,
he smells blood and he's going in for it right now with a knee.
That's it.
And the referee stops the fight.
You know what? And Alad Martinez did the right thing.
He did.
I mean, that's all there is to it. Alad Martinez. Govia, look at this guy. Love it.
Hats off to Ridvan for coming out here and facing a very game opponent.
Yeah, and look at Govia.
Mutual respect.
Mutual respect. I tell you, I'd like, guys, in the booth, I mean, I'd love to see the highlight of that jumping 360 roundhouse kick Govia did because it was perfect.
Right. And it hit.
It hit him hard.
Ridvan Vllasaliu. So when you get in there and you interview him, it's Vllasaliu. Ladies and gentlemen, at 2 minutes and 25 seconds into round number 3, your referee, Alad Martinez, has called the stop of the fight, resulting in TKO and your winner, Vaughn the Dread Govia.
Just telling you, Vaughn comes in here undefeated 5-0 in MMA. Now he's 6-0 as a professional fighter, throwing this in there. Man, I tell you, you looked awesome. And then you threw in the highlight reel, jumping 360 roundhouse kick. I mean, it was fantastic. Give me your thoughts on your opponent. I mean, you definitely, you had your way with him.
No, I didn't take, well, first off, I got to give all glory and honor to God. Without him, I wouldn't be here today. He's watching over me daily, and I'm grateful for that. Secondly, I didn't take my opponent for granted. He came in as a European champion, so I took him very seriously. But that being said, this is my first actual training camp, and it was phenomenal. I got the best guys in the business. I got Will Campuzano, former Legacy champion, WEC fighter, UFC vet. I'm working with him. He's improving my game all day, every day. I also got Cameron Miller. He's one of the best stand-up guys around Dallas. A whole bunch of other guys. I got to show some thanks to all of my Campuzano martial arts. Where are you at? Yeah, love. My heart goes out to them. All their support. I'm so grateful, so honored, so blessed. And then I got to say thank you to my other guys, my strength and conditioning coach, Jamie, my rehab team, Dr. Fry, Donnie, Chris, my nutritionist, Adi, and Coach Gabe. Thank you so much, Coach Gabe. You made this weight cut a breeze. And I mean, that being said, all the hard work from Campuzano Martial Arts and all the love, I had to come in here and perform for them.
Okay, amazing performance. I mean, you looked like you've been doing MMA, or not MMA, but Muay Thai as a pro all your life. The transition was easy for you. You're going back to MMA next fight?
Yes, I already got one scheduled, March.
All right, that's all I need to know. You did an amazing job. Human highlight reel. Definitely tonight you're going to look at that. We love having you here. You're a class act. You're an amazing fighter. One more time, Vaughn Govia, your winner. Congratulations.